Hey guys, welcome to LawnCareMadeEasy.com. I'm Zach Stroud. Today I'm going to talk to you about 5 mowing mistakes people make and how to avoid them. So we'll be right back and I'll go through each one of them. Okay guys, so the first mistake a lot of homeowners make is that they scalp their grass, okay? So if you'll come down here, I'll show you some spots that I have in my lawn that I kind of scalped on purpose for this video. You can see where it's pretty far down. This is probably about maybe 2 or 3 days ago that I kind of scalped this, and you can see where it's a lot lower and you can start seeing some of the soil down there. You don't want to see soil. Okay, because what you're doing is you're exposing these roots to this hot sun. And it's July now, so it being July, you're gonna get a lot of hot sun and these roots will start to dry out. So a good rule of thumb is to cut off no more than 1/3 of your grass blades, okay? That'll keep your lawn safe from a lot of this hot sun. Also, you wanna keep your deck at about maybe 2.5 to 3 inches, okay? Depending on what type of grass you have. I always keep mine at about 2.5 to 3 inches. 3 inches being about the norm. That'll keep your lawn safe from the hot sun, and that way weeds won't start to grow where you've scalped it. So the second mistake a lot of people make is you're cutting your lawn with dull blades, okay? What this is gonna do is gonna cause a lot of brown tips. And those brown tips is a result of not a clean cut. Just like if you were pruning a limb or a tree or something, you want a clean cut. Otherwise, disease can come in and cause problems with your lawn. So just like it would with the tree. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you have some really sharp blades. And I'm going to show you some dull blades on this mower that I have that we're leading up to needing a sharpening or some new blades. So you can see in here where the edges are not really crisp and cut. Okay, you can see some little indentions right there in the blade. Same thing on the other side. You can see right here, even a big cut right there where probably hit maybe a rock or something like that, and it's caused the blade to kind of have an indention there, and that won't cut your grass really smooth. So make sure you have sharp blades. Usually you want to sharpen your blades at the beginning of the season, and then probably about midway through, probably around July. Depends on your lawn, you know, if you have a lot of rocks or sticks in there, you're gonna maybe get that blade trimmed or sharpened a little bit more. But probably around July is a good time to have your blade sharpened. Keep that grass nice and a nice cut across the lawn. Okay guys, so the third mistake a lot of people will make when cutting their lawns is cutting it when it's wet, okay? This is a bad recipe for disease on your lawn, and it also leads to the unevenness in the cuts that you're making with your lawnmower, okay? It's going to clog up your lawnmower also, and it's just a recipe for disaster all the way around. So it's best just to wait till, you know, if it's been raining, just wait till that dries up. Now down in the soil, it doesn't matter if it's kind of damp, but if those grass blades are a little bit damp, it's just going to cause a lot of problems. So just wait till it dries up. It doesn't take long, and then you can cut your lawn. So the fourth mistake a lot of people will make when cutting their lawn is cutting in the same direction. Okay, what this is going to do is, especially if your lawn is wet from irrigation or from a lot of rain, it's going to cause some rutting in your lawn. So you'll have this kind of unevenness where the tires have, or the wheels of the push mower have kind of sunken down. Okay, so if you're mowing your lawn a lot, this will cause a problem, and you'll probably have to put maybe some sand every year in those areas because the ground had sunk in those areas that you're mowing over and over again in the same direction. So my advice would be to mow it one way, kind of back and forth 1 week, and then the next week come in another direction. That way the ground will start to even out and you won't get that compaction. Okay, that'll keep it from getting compacted over the course of years to come. Okay, so mow in different directions, back and forth, top to bottom, and that'll keep your lawn level, and you'll avoid those, you'll avoid the rutting of the lawn. Okay guys, so the fifth mistake a lot of people make when mowing their lawn is not mowing it frequently enough. Okay, so a lot of these warm season grasses especially, they need to be cut twice a week. Okay, and if you're cutting them once a week, they're gonna just get too long, and then you're gonna lay a lot of this extra grass clippings on top of your lawn, and that can cause the death of the lawn in those areas. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to, especially at Bermuda, you want to cut that at least twice a week. Sometimes people are cutting it 3 times a week because it grows so fast. Okay, zoysia, I think you could probably wait a week to cut that. Depends on if you have irrigation. I've seen zoysia grow really tall. Centipede, you're probably looking at about a week. But depending on the type of grass that you have, you want to cut that grass more frequently. Okay, waiting until it gets too tall is just going to hurt your lawn in the long run. So just cut your lawn more frequently depending on the grass that you have. All right guys, so that's the 5 mistakes to avoid when cutting your lawn. I hope they helped you out. Come back to this periodically. Take a look at these videos that I have. There are a lot of good tips on there on my channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.